Morning, morning, sunshines. What's happening? TD here. It's Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock on the West Coast, 12 noon on the East Coast. Rise and shine and get the sleepies out of your eyes, especially if you're on the East Coast. Hey, we talking peak productivity today. The 7 hacks for peak productivity. And my friends, there's nothing more important than being able to produce great results. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you my personal top 7 peak productivity things that you must do if you really want to continue to forge great results. And I know the last I checked, we all want to get better results. And in today's program, this is going to be quick. It's going to be efficient. Why? So that you can actually, you can actually apply these things and take action on what you need to do. And I'm going to get deep today. So stay with me. I'm not going to go cray out on the gym floor. I already did that today. And I want to make sure that I can give you a few tools that you can use to make sure that you amp up your own personal routine so you get more done in your career, more done personally. You get your energy thriving at all levels. So if you're ready, I want to hear, heck yeah, I'm ready, TD. Let's rock and roll. So I welcome your comments, Instagram, Facebook. Hit me up with your comments. I'm really enjoying doing these Facebook and Instagram lives. And if you are too, give me a thumbs up, a like right now. You can heart this. I already see it coming in, and all the great people coming. I'm going to go through your comments when I'm done here on that. I am giving away great prizes today. So while I'm talking about peak productivity and the 7 hacks for peak productivity, I'm going to be giving away several things, including a gray hoodie. So as always, I need to see, get your mind right. If you want to win a gray hoodie, let me know you want to win a gray hoodie. Pipe it in now. If you're on live or later on, you could pipe it in. But I am giving away these things live. So in about 15 minutes max, I'm giving away all these things. If you're on the line, I'm going to be doing that. I've got my Impact book. I got my Wow book. And of course, I've got my friends from the Almond Board once again coming through big time. I got like a pound of almonds. And if you've been to the store before, you know how great almonds are. So thank you, California Almond Boards. I've been eating almonds for many, many years. And probably 2-3 times a day I'm eating almonds. So thank you, California Almonds, for sponsoring and powering this Facebook and Instagram Live. When I talked to them about this, I said, I want to talk about peak productivity and what it takes to really amp up your own results in your life and in your business. So whether you're driving right now, don't be looking at me if you're driving. Look straight ahead. I want no action saying, hey, but I was watching TD's Instagram Live or Facebook Live. No. But if you're working out, make sure you get amped up right now as well. I want to see a Get Your Mind Right at hashtag Contagiasm, or you could even say, I love almonds. If you want the almonds, and we'll send them to you nice and fresh, including this nice tin, which holds my 23 almonds, which is 1 ounce. That's really good. I'll get into that later on, but I'll give you almonds. I got the great hoodie. I got my books. All this stuff is going out in just a little bit as well. And please, I am going global tomorrow. I'm going to London, England tomorrow. So if you're in a different country, please right now type in the country you're in or whatever city or state you're in. I always love to see when I'm looking at Instagram or Facebook where you're piping in from as I go through these comments here. So please, if you're not driving once again and if you're at your desk or you could just type in right now your city, state, and even country. And if you are a trainer or you work out at a gym or studio, please feel free right now to give yourself a little love. It's okay. I want you to type in your gym's name or the handle, the Instagram or Facebook handle right now as well. And last 2 things I'm giving you my 7 hacks for peak productivity on this is if you are in the UK and you would like to come to my workout and inspirational motivational talk this weekend, guys, check it out. You go to, if you want to, you guys got to just go, even if you're not in the UK or will be in the UK, thirdspace.london. Check it out, www.thirdspace.london. Oh my goodness, this place, hottest gym in London, and that's where we're doing our special workout powered by MyZone. Guys, I am so fortunate to be able to be traveling across the pond tomorrow because the Impact Foundation is going global. As you know, 2012, I started my Impact Foundation. It's a 501c3. The workout and the talk, for the first time ever, it's completely free. Yeah, it's free. Anyone could show up. All you gotta do is go to MyZone's Facebook page, and on MyZone's Facebook page, there's an events section which has the signups. All I ask you to do for this free workout is you can maybe give a donation, $5, $10, $100, whatever you want, to the Impact Foundation. So it's all right there. Again, you don't even have to, but if you feel compelled by the workout and what I share in this Impact inspired talk, It's all going to go to the Impact Foundation, which 100% of any proceeds at any time always go back to kids and families in need. As a matter of fact, if you are a high school student and you're going to be going to college and you need additional assistance, or you know someone like that that's in that situation, our Impact Scholarships will be going out in early June during graduation time, depending on that. And that's for anyone across the U.S. So guys, take a look at todddurkin.com for all that information. That's why I'm going across the pond to do a free talk for the Global Impact Foundation to create more impact in the universe. And the times start at 2 o'clock and 3:15 Saturday afternoon. So there's 2 o'clock and at 3:15. We have 2 shifts because we can only get about 75 people in each of those. Thanks for all the hearts and the thumbs up on the Impact Foundation. On that. So just go again to the My Zone Facebook page, and then there's an events section there, and you can sign up and hold your spot. This is for anyone. You do not have to be a trainer. If you're a trainer, you're welcome to go. But this is for any fitness enthusiast, weekend warrior, fire-breathing dragon that would like to get a great workout in and hear some inspirational words about how you can create more impact in your life and what you can do to make just more of a difference in the world as well. And if you're not in the UK and you're in the U.S. or North America and you'd like to, my next keynote is coming up April 12th to the 14th. You're going to be at the Succeed conference. It's the first time inaugural conference here in Irvine, California. I am keynoting that, and it's going to be a great time. Check out succeedwithafs.com, succeedwithafs.com, and there's still $100 off code if you want to go to that. It's Succeed, all caps, exclamation point 100. Get CEUs, CECs. I'll be keynoting that. I'll be leading another workout in Irvine. So it's April 12th, 13th, and 14th. So great opportunity exists if you'd like to take part in that. Last one, and then I'm going into my 7 hacks. I've got a lot of questions about my mentorship. Hey, TD, when's it going to be? Just so you know, I am having my 3.5-day mentorship this fall. We're working on right now finalizing the dates for that. If you want a 1-day mentorship coming up in June at Idea World, I have a 1-day mentorship, a very intensive 1-day, as well as up in Canada, my friends north of the border, Toronto, Canada, CanFit Pro. I have another 1-day mentorship there in August as well. If you want the big kahuna, the 3.5-day right here at Fitness Quest 10 and in San Diego. Again, I'll be releasing those dates sometime most likely in April, and you can sign up. We hold the numbers down so we can keep it a very exclusive event on that. So if you're ready to hear all the 7 hacks for peak productivity, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. I want to see you on this. I'm hoping I win the Idea Scholarship. See you for the 1-day. Jessica, awesome on that. TD Mentorship is a game changer. Chad, thank you so much for these comments. Guys, if you've been to the mentorship, feel free to comment in now. My mentorship this year is going to be different. I hate to say it's going to be deeper because it's really, really deep already. But as I go deeper, it will be deeper. And I believe all of us are working on ourselves to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Why? To maximally impact our own gifts to that we could share them with the world. And that's why today I want to talk about peak personal productivity and what it's going to take. So if you want to take notes, you can. If you want to go back and listen to this again, I'm going to go through these in reverse order, 7 all the way down to 1. And then at the end, I'm going to go through and I'm going to be giving away some of these prizes live. That's where I'm going to be giving them away live. So awesome for the comments. Keep the thumbs up coming. I'm seeing these as I'm talking, and I will review them. Again, get your mind right. I want the almonds. I love almonds. Give that if you want that. But get your mind right. Hashtag contagiasm, contagious enthusiasm, all works. Here we go with the 7 hacks. These are my 7 hacks for peak productivity, both personally and professionally, the things that you must do. Now, before I go into the micro, I want to go macro. Point number 7 out of my 7 in reverse order is this. You got to know the big picture. Like, where are you going? So point number 7 is you got to know the big picture. You got to have your roadmap to where do you want to go so you can reverse engineer the success that you want. That involves planning. As you know, I spend countless hours early in the year working on my annual roadmap and strategic plan. But you must do this throughout the entire year. It's not a one-time thing where you sit down and you look at that. You got to look at your life. What do you want out of your life? And it doesn't matter if you're listening today and you're 25, you're 40, 45, you're 85. What do you want out of your life? And then you got to reverse engineer for your year, for your 90 days, because I work in 90-day increments, for your month, for your week, and to your day, all the way down. What are those things you're going to be doing on that? Because you've heard, hey, you got to work on your business, not just in your business. And you're absolutely right on that. You do need to work on these things. But hey, when it comes to sitting down and working on that, opening up your journal and saying, hey, what is it that I'm supposed to do? You got to know the big picture, and you got to keep coming back to the big picture. If perhaps today you feel a little anxiety or stressed about, your future, sit down, open up your journal, put on some good music if you want music, and let your pen flow based on what your purpose is, and realize it's going to take time. It's going to take time to get there, but when you have a plan and you work towards your plan, then great things are going to happen. In 2006, when I read the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and rich not just money, but money, wealth of mindset, wealth of your health, all of these things that are important. How do you reverse engineer to get to where you want to go? You state your intentions, you live with intentionality, and then you make that happen. So that's point number 7. Know the big picture, know the big game. Point number 6 is you got to win the weeks. You got to win the weeks. Now, let me tell you a little secret. You've seen me talk about W lags before. This is really, really key for me. My W lags, which I do every Sunday without fail. I don't do them Monday. If you're doing your W lags on Monday, you're too late. It's too late. The week's already started and things are happening. On Sunday, carve out at least 20 minutes. Sometimes it's more like 30 minutes or an hour, but the deeper you go in your W legs, the more productive your weeks will be. Well, what are the W legs? Here are my W legs right now for this week. I know you can't read them. You probably don't want to read them on that. It's not important what's on mine. What's important is on yours. But when I look at my wins from the previous week, I had a solid all-up mastermind coaching call. I attended McKenna's Jogathon on Wednesday and warmed her up. On that. I'm basically reviewing the past week and all of the wins that happened personally as well as professionally, including my workouts, including if I got soft tissue work, all the things that I set out in the previous week's goals. Did I accomplish them? When people say, hey, Todd, what do you journal about when you put in your journal? I believe that if you wanted to get a real snapshot of my life, my W lags serve as a form of journaling. Why? Because every Sunday for at least 20, 30 minutes, I'm writing down my wins, my losses. Like what did I lose this last week? I had a loss last week. I had a lot of people out of work this past week at Fitness Quest 10 for one reason or the other, right? So we lose productivity when people are out. It happens, right? Obviously, we just happen to have a weird week where a lot of people are out for either sickness, vacay, whatever it may be. Our phone systems right now at Fitness Quest 10 are jacked up. That's a loss. So I've got a meeting after, I got to figure out what's going on with that. So it's not like everything's always perfect, but my team and I will be meeting on a master plan how we can increase our efficiency so we're not losing time when people are getting disconnected on phones. That's never a good thing. Ahas. Now this is the key. I share my W lags with my team, and whether they read them or not, I don't know. But I typically hear them share with me, hey, thanks for sharing your W lags. I really liked, and they say something. And most often it deals with my ahas, because my ahas are about life. So this past week on Sunday, I wrote down, I love going to an all-star basketball tournament with McKenna this weekend in Orange County. Now, it wasn't the hoops that she was playing that was the memorable event. It was the car ride up and the hour, almost 2 hours, believe it or not, because of traffic. Imagine that. In the car of us just talking about life and basketball and sports and school. And then, of course, elevator tag at the Embassy Suites. Those are the memorable moments that I put down. And if my kids ever want to read a journal about my philosophy, go to my ahas. So when you write your W lags every Sunday, if you do these, it'll really help you. I also put my ahas is the IG DM is so powerful. I can't tell you the number of connections, especially in the last month, I've met through the Instagram DM. So if you're on Facebook, you're probably on Instagram as well. But it amazes me how quickly you can connect in today's day. It's absolutely, it's mind-blowing on that. And then the ahas is, I also had to attend a funeral this past week of a mastermind member whose son tragically passed away. And you know what? Here's the deal: is mental disease, guys, is killing our country, and there should be no stigmas attached to mental disease. I sat there and thought about, man, there's nothing worse than having to eulogize your own son or daughter, regardless of the age that they are. And my heart and prayers we're so with this family, and my ahas, I just wrote about what that takes. I believe that makes me a better man, a better leader, a better father, when I can write down, or you can write down on these things, because here's the thing, life happens. And for me, it's like, how does that fire you up? The further, like, I'm going to do this Instagram live today and Facebook live today, and I'm going to share, like, the world needs you right now. If you're one of the, let's say, I don't even know how many people are listening in, but if you're one of the, I'll say million people listening in, that's the intention, right? Is go out and spread this, because the people out on this floor need it. The people in your gyms and studios, the people in your business need it. So if you're suffering from depression, or your mind's not right, listen, that's a common fact that human nature is, we've got to make sure we get our mind right. We got to do these little things to help us on out. So the ahas is where the gems are found in here. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but that's just sharing from the heart. And then lastly, what are my goals for this upcoming week? And again, I have a Power of 10 mastermind call after this Facebook and Instagram live. I'm leaving for London tomorrow to go do the My Zone speaking event for Impact on Saturday. So these are all the things that go into my WLAGs, and I write them on up. So point number 6 is win the weeks. When you win the weeks, now you can win the months. You win the months, you win the year. You win the year, you win your life. So you got to keep adding up, which leads me to point number 5. Understand your own personal peak productivity cycles. Now, what is that? There's something called circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms are throughout the day, you have ups and downs. And that's just a pure fact. And you got to understand when your circadian rhythms are naturally up, and do your most creative work when your circadian rhythms are at a high. I know that between 10 and 2, I'm usually at a really, really creative time. Also early in the morning, like between 4 and 6 a.m. when everything's quiet. I also have another creative cycle, but I also try to do my early morning routine in that time. But when you understand your circadian rhythms, and you can carve out time in your peak productivity cycles, and you understand that, and you do everything possible to do your best work there, I believe when you establish your routine around your peak cycles, then great things will happen. Closely related, number 4 is work in 90-minute blocks. I love working in 90-minute blocks. I try to get in somewhere between 2 to 4 90-minute blocks per day. Now, if I get in 2 90-minute blocks, I get about 3 hours of really good focused time based on my peak circadian rhythm productivity cycles. If I get in 4, watch out world, do the math. That's 6 hours, right? Like you're getting in like 6 hours of peak productivity time. That's rare of like uber focused time on that, but 2 to 4 is always my goal of 90-minute cycles. Now, you're probably asking the question like, okay, well, you have these 90-minute cycles. How much time do you take off between the cycles? I typically try to work in 2 90-minute blocks with 15 to 20 minutes between those blocks. So if I get a 90-minute block, take 20 minutes off, another 90-minute block, I'm happy. I could take a couple hours off, go for a walk Jersey, get out there and train, do my thing, and then get back into the zone for another 1, 2, or 3 peak productivity cycles. Man, I'm on fire getting serious stuff done. So work in those blocks and watch what will happen. I also get another peak productivity cycle, my circadian rhythms, believe it or not, between 8 to 10 p.m. I can get creative again when I start to write. I do some of my best writing then. And folks, I do a lot of work on weekends. I believe you got to work weekends if you want to get ahead in the world. Like if you're a 9 to 5 person and you want to get more success, the fact of the matter is it ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen in today's day. If you want to get ahead, it's going to take you getting butt glue, sitting your booty down, not just in a 9 to 5, because that's when you're working. The real magic happens when, you're either at night or on the weekends, and whether that's a 2-hour window or a 4-hour window, point of the matter is you got to be continually growing yourself and working on yourself. Just last night for Brady's birthday, I took him to a Dave Ramsey smart money workshop, and I was texting with some of my friends while I was there, and we were talking about always growing. And it was great that Brady, who just turned 14 yesterday, wanted to actually go with his dad to the Smart Money workshop with Dave Ramsey and to take notes on those things. But you got to understand your peak productivity cycles and working in 90-minute blocks. So you ask the question, okay, on those 15, 20 minutes, what do you do? Well, there's several things you can do. Number one, you got to get up and you got to move around. You got to get your chi flowing again. You got to get your energy moving and that stuff. I'm loving these comments. So you got to get that going. But I believe that when you look at energy, and we're all energetic beings, you got to have clarity, you got to have focus, you got to get rid of brain fog. Like, you ever feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just writing and I'm just foggy, I can't really think clear. Then stand up, no more butt glue, shake your booty off, get your hands, shake the booty off, get the glue off. Now you got to get the glue out of your hands, so wash your hands, and then get out and move around a little bit and have a snack. When you look at healthy snacking, it's important that you're eating every 3 to 4 hours. Nutrient timing is imperative if you want to have great energy. And if you're going 6 to 8 hours without eating anything, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's not going to do the work. You've got to make sure that you're actually keeping your system, your body, your vehicle fueled for success. So it doesn't always have to be a big meal. As a matter of fact, I like to, even after eating a snack or a meal, I like to leave a little in the tank, meaning I could probably eat more, but I don't need it. It's when you eat too much food, then after the fact, you feel sluggish because your blood glucose is going down, your blood sugar is going down, and you feel tired and sluggish. You don't want to do that. So, healthy snacks. Once again, what are healthy snacks? Well, right here, protein shake. This is about 12 ounces of almond milk. I love unsweetened chocolate almond milk. I've got 2 scoops of protein in there and a half a banana. So that's an example of that. Obviously, I'm giving these away again, by the way, if you want the almonds. Don't eat the whole bag of almonds, though. That would be too many calories at one time. 23, okay, a handful, okay. This is a handful. Can you see my hand right there? As I'm like dipping almonds all over the place. There, okay, 23 almonds. In 23 almonds, you have 6 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and you have a good source of potassium as well, or magnesium and potassium, because I've got a banana here if you want some potassium. But the almonds are a good source of protein and fiber. So 6 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and you're going to have your magnesium as a good source as well. So you can cut up some apples right here. You got some apples and some almond butter on that. Again, I'm a fan of almond butter. I love almond butter. I put it in my oatmeal this morning, along with some slivered almonds and some raisins. So those are all some things that you can do to just fuel up. It doesn't take long to get a handful of almonds and snack on them, or to cut up some apples, put some almond butter on there, or to make a protein shake as well. These are all some things you do. So number 3 is fuel up. You got to eat right and know your peak productivity cycles on that. Number 2, when it comes to your peak hacks on this, number 2 is amp up your workouts. Don't just work out, but amp up. Now, let me just preface it with this. Yesterday, Monday, I was feeling a little under the weather, but I was like you talk about brain fog, I was feeling like, man, I felt like I need to do something. I took Jersey out for about 20 minutes. Sometimes we feel like we need an hour. This 20-minute walk, then I, of course, had to just do a couple other exercises, some planks and some cord work, get the shoulders and arms a little bit. My energy shot through the roof. So sometimes even a 15 to 20-minute walk during that break or early in the morning will get your energy up. If you're feeling it that day, then go crush it, get after it. But when it comes to, amping up your workout, what's it going to take? I want 2 to 3 times a week minimally working on some high-intensity interval training. That's going to spike your metabolism. That's going to really get that energy going off. It's going to increase your lean metabolism, your lean muscle on that. So you want to fire up your muscle with some high-intensity interval training, and of course, it will boost your metabolism as well. Now, even yesterday, I love listening to podcasts. What are some of my favorite podcasts, you ask? Because you've been asking and DMing me, hey, TD, what are some of the podcasts you're listening to? Just last night, I went to Ramsey's event. That's probably the most listened to podcast, the Entree Leadership. I love that podcast. But some of the more recent ones I've been really enjoying on that. Joel Marion, Born to Impact. Interesting enough, someone said, hey, Hey, in literally episode number 1, they mentioned my name on that, because obviously born to impact. That's what I'm born to do. And Joel Marion is doing some great things on there. He and Kilmo Dan, great job on your podcast, Born to Impact. So Joel Marion, been listening to him, and Ed Milet. Ed's doing great things out there as well, motivationally, faith-based man as well. And I love what he's doing. Also, of course, John Gordon. Been listening to more John Gordon than ever before, and I love John's book. He's one of my favorite authors on that. And then Steve Weatherford. Steve Weatherford's got a great podcast. I was a guest on his podcast a few weeks ago. Many of you have listened to that episode, but Steve Weatherford, Weatherford 5, hit him up over in the IG or listen to his stuff. These are some of the folks I'm listening to on a regular basis. This morning I was in that faith-based spiritual mood. I got 2 in this morning, guys, in my workout. I listened to Joel Osteen and TD Jakes on that. So depending on the mood, I listen to different folks, depending on how I'm feeling on that. Sometimes it's leadership, sometimes it's legacy, sometimes it's spirituality, sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's just quietness or even listening to music. But I do recommend and encourage you, when you're amping up your workouts, is that, early in the morning is to get out and do something. If it's a 15 to 20 minute walk, jog, run, whatever you want, and then making sure you hit the iron 2 to 3 times in a week with some high intensity interval training. Again, it will boost your metabolism. It'll help your lean muscle mass. Train with a partner. Find a great trainer or coach to help you with your progress. Matter of fact, again, please listen in right now. If you're a trainer coach, feel free to tag your gym, your studio, or someone that you love as well. Thank you for your podcast. And yes, please post your favorite podcast right now as well. I just mentioned a few of the ones I've been listening to recently, but as a community right now, as we come together, if you have a podcast that you love listening to, do so. And I'll share this week, I just was a guest on Natalie Jill's podcast. Natalie's a client here at Fitness Quest 10, a friend of mine doing great things as well. So take a listen to that. She asked him an incredible question that had never been asked for before on a podcast. So Natalie is another one that you should listen to if you're looking for more podcasts for your listening pleasure. So I'm seeing a lot of Steve Weatherford thumbs up on that. I need some impact book for ideas. Stuart, I love it. I'm going to get to you guys' comments right after this last one. This is my last one and number 1 hack for peak productivity on this beautiful Tuesday morning here. Today. I'm loving your comments. And again, I'm going to give away, right after number 1, I'm going to give away all these gifts live. I've got my almonds going away. This whole bag is going away, along with the tin with 23 almonds on there. I'm a huge fan of almonds. I'm giving away my Impact and Wow book, and I'm giving away the gray hoodie live. If you're on Facebook, whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to this via recording, if you share this with your own version of motivation and inspiration, tomorrow, before I leave for London tomorrow, I'm going to pick someone who shared this Facebook Live, and you can choose whatever one you want. You want more almonds, you want the gray hoodie, you want a book, you can take your choice on that, because I'm giving away everything now live, but that one person who shares that. So if you're listening via recording right now, between now and tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, before I leave for London, I'm going to give away an extra gift just for you as well. So the number 1 thing you can do for peak productivity on making sure you G.S.S.D, get serious stuff done. Get serious stuff done. G.S.S.D on that is you gotta focus on your big rocks first. Focus on your big rocks first. My good friend Trina Gray once said, WTF, what the focus are you focusing on? You got to focus on the big rocks, not the small rocks. The small rocks are the things that are not going to move the needle, are not going to help you in your personal routine, your health routine, your career. What are the things you should be doing and learning? What investments do you need to make to help you get you to where you want to go? If you're trying to learn the online world, who do you need to study with? If you're trying to get better in business or leadership or marketing, who do you need to study with? What can you read? What can you listen to? And when it comes to focusing, back to number 1, knowing where you're going, is this. When I talk about peak productivity cycles and working in 90-minute blocks, you've got to turn, not yet, don't turn your Instagram off yet or your Facebook off yet until I'm done, is you got to turn your phone off. You got to turn the notifications off, all the emails coming in. Because if you're sitting there on Instagram and you're looking at like mindless scrolling and you're looking at like, I'm gonna laugh, but is it Twizzlers versus the Red Vines? Frankie V, I heard you this morning, brother. And you're just going through like, what a dumb waste of time, like Twizzlers versus Red Vines. And you're like, why are people spending time doing things that are really meaningless in the big picture? If you're engaging in that, stop. Or don't complain that I'm not getting the stuff done that you want to get done. You got to focus on the things that you want to get done. That includes writing a business plan for your expansion, for the program that you want in your career. That means writing the book that you want to write, working on that program that you so desperately want to create, a program at your gym or in your job, or approaching the boss and saying, hey, boss man, boss woman, I've got a great idea and I want to direct this program. I want to own this program. I want to help the profits grow in this part of the company, whatever it may be, and owning that takes focus. That takes focus where you got to put your headphones on. And by the way, secret, a lot of times you put my headphones on, I don't even have anything on. It's just a way to tune out the world and just to go internal. I'm not listening to music. I'm not listening to podcasts. I just have it on. I go into this vortex, this tunnel where I can focus on what I want to focus on. And then when I plan the night before and I know what I'm going to focus on that day and I've got 10,000 things on the to-do list, it doesn't matter what's on the to-do list. I asterisk 3 to 5 things that must get done before I leave if the needle needs to be moved in the business. If you get your business going, you create that financial freedom that Randy talked about yesterday, that I talk about all the time, the freedom, the time freedom, the money freedom, and the most important, the energy freedom to do what you want. It's going to take a lot of work, and it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 2 years to do what you want to do, but it's going to take focus. Otherwise, if you're just have that bad habit of just scrolling and you're spending 7 hours a day on your screen time, that's not going to help you. So I hope that you use this vehicle today on Instagram and Facebook. That's a great example of, okay, I've got the tools now necessary, the hacks necessary. Ultimately, it's going to come down to you making the decision of, all right, I'm going to focus on these big rocks first. These are the things that are going to most move the needle. Focus on that. Make sure you're getting your workouts in. That's going to amp up your workouts, which was number 2. Eating right, fueling up. I talked about that. Working 90-minute blocks, understanding your peak productivity cycles, winning the days, winning the weeks, and knowing the big picture. If you do those things, my friends, and you do them, that's the bottom line is, some of it, I haven't told you things you haven't known, but some of it's a reminder. And some of it is new, like those, if you haven't, really tapped into your peak circadian rhythm cycles, do that and be uber focused for those 90 minutes. You can G.S.S.D some serious stuff in 90 minutes. You can write a prophetic email, or you can write a chapter to your book. You can create an outline for what you want to do for your community, to have a live event or a workshop, or you want to go global. You set an intention like I did, and I reached out to my friends at MyZone and say, hey, I want to come over to London and I want to go into your top club and I want to do an impact talk on that stuff. And 100% of that money, I don't want anything. 100% of that money is going to my impact foundation. That's how you set intentions, when you focus and you get out into nature and you start to think like that and you get that going. So my friends, that's today's live. I'm going to give away these gifts right now. And if you don't win one of these gifts, again, if you're on Instagram, love you guys. Keep DMing me, keep posting, keep commenting. I read all of them, every single comment over there on Instagram. Thank you very much. And on Facebook, please comment right now. If you like this Facebook and Instagram live, thumbs up or a hearts, because I'm seeing them coming through. Thank you for all the thumbs up right now. Thank you, Gretchen, on that. Yeah, phones are a blessing and a curse. Right? These smartphones we're watching this live through right now, what a blessing that we can connect with. I saw that Apple just is coming out with its own, Netflix and Hulu. And we have such a blessing with phones and such a curse. We've got to learn to curb the addiction, right, of the endorphin release of what's going on. And the question come in like, hey, how do you monitor this on Instagram? Hey, I love Instagram, but I can't sit there and watch all the how many likes should I get and how many comments and allow my self-worth to be tied to the number of likes or comments. I appreciate all the comments and I look at them on that, but I can't sit there and just, okay, how many like it? That's a bad habit, and habits need to be broken if they're bad. So if there are habits that you have that need to be broken, it literally is, you got to break it. That's how we snap the Band-Aids. Snap it, break it, and go. It's that quick. If it's smoking, if it's drinking, if it's doing the wrong things, I'm making it sound easy. I know it's not. I get it. I understand. But it's in your mindset. It's got to be Let's go. We got to move on. Next, that's the self-talk I constantly give myself is next. What are we going to do to create a plan to get to where we need to go? That's why you need to know those big rocks. Without further ado, I can go all day on peak productivity, but if I keep talking, you're not going to get the stuff done you need to get done because we're all about G.S.S.D. If you like G.S.S.D, get serious stuff done. You can comment G.S.S.D right now. Snap that band. Good stuff, Heather Day. Thank you very much. Snap that band. Let's go, Mark Peterson. So we've got 4 people. We're going to choose winners here right now. Instagram, I love you guys. Let's go through some of these comments and see who wants the almonds first. Eyes up, rise up. Adrian, what's going on? Do we have a yeah? Who? What? Who?
Mark Peterson.
Mark Peterson, my man, Mark Peterson. You're getting lots of great almonds, roasted almonds on this stuff. So, Mark Peterson, you're the winner of these beautiful almonds. And they taste good. They're crunchy. They're healthy for you. Use them as a healthy snack between your peak productivity cycles. Mark Peterson, you are winner number 1. Winner number 2, next.
Tommy Nance.
Tommy Nance?
Yes.
Tommy Nance, very good. You are the winner of the Impact Body Plan. Enjoy that Impact Body Plan. Heck yeah, Maria Mewise says, I'm ready. 10 in, 10 out, baby. Maria, love it. Gretchen, what's going on? What's going on? Next, we're going to have Stuart Knorr. You haven't won an Impact book. Man, we got to get you an Impact book sooner or later because I'm always seeing you on these Facebook and Instagram lives, so I'm loving it. Gray hoodie, please. I'm seeing all these gray hoodies, but I'm going with the Wow book first. Adrian Parsons, it's 3 a.m. Gosh, MVP status. It's 3 a.m. in Australia, and Team Smashing Calories, Team Parsons, is up watching Facebook and Instagram Live. You talk about productivity. Woo-hoo. You're beating the Roosters up. Man, I love you guys. Gosh, you talk about dedication and commitment. Team Parsons, you're awesome. I know you already have the Wow book, so we got to find someone else. Who wants the Wow book? Who wants the Wow book?
Jonathan Suarez.
Jonathan Suarez, you are the winner of the Wow book. So love it. Jonathan, boom, you got the Wow book. Last up, man, we got a lot of hoodies. We have a lot of people that want it. We have Jersey in the house. We have all these folks that want the gray hoodie, if it's gray hoodie. By the way, I didn't include this. I should have. If you really want to increase the productivity, wear your hoodie while you're working. Like put the hood on. Put your earphones over that. Ooh. That should have been, that's the and then some of the day, is wear the gray hoodie. You're just going to feel through the DNA of the fabric. It's going to come through like, oh, I want to work even deeper. So, man, oh man. The winner of the gray hoodie is, who we got? Don Solari, you got it. Solari, we got Jersey Strong in the house. I got to go Jersey with that. You wanted the gray hoodie. I told you I was giving it. Boom, we rocking and rolling. Solari, you are the winner of the Impact Gray or the Mind Right Maniac gray hoodie today. I believe we got the we got the Mind Right Maniac gray hoodie. There it is. It's going out. Folks, there you have it. Be productive today. If you're going to be in London, I can't wait to see you this Saturday. Get your mind right. We coming at you. I'm going to be on fire in London. It's going to be off the hook. Again, hop over to My Zone Facebook page. Again, thank you, California Almonds, for powering this Facebook and Instagram Live. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And again, it ain't over because I leave tomorrow afternoon to go to London. But between now and then, please share this on Facebook. Share this Facebook Live with your own motivation and inspiration about what it takes to be productive, peak productivity. Feel free to offer your hack as well. But those are my 7 hacks and then some. Put the gray hoodie on, and there you have it. Have a great day. Peace, God bless, and be productive today. G.S.S.D. Love you guys. I'm out.